Running from May the 1st to October the 26th, 1986, the Stoke-on-Trent National Garden Festival was the second of Britain's national garden festivals. It was a monumental 23 million urban reclamation project designed to breathe life back into a 180-acre wasteland left behind by the derelict Shelton Bar Steelworks. Opened by Queen Elizabeth II, the festival drew over 2 million visitors and successfully masked a heavily contaminated, mine-shafted landscape with 300,000 newly planted trees, a marina, a cable car system, and over 120 sculptures, including early works by Anthony Gormley. The theme was art, architecture, and landscape design. Today, much of the site's footprint has been transformed into Festival Park, the massive retail and commercial hub, though pockets of the original woodland and stone circle still survive if you know where to look. The anchor of the site was Etruria Hall, built between 1768 and 1771 by architect Joseph Pickard. Etruria Hall was the historic home of pottery pioneer Josiah Wedgwood. Situated on the ridge between his famous factory and Ridge House, the hall survived the brutal industrialisation of the 19th and 20th centuries, as well as the area's eventual dereliction. During the 1986 festival, it served as a majestic historical focal point amidst the modern pavilions and new gardens. Once the festival packed up, Etruria Hall was seamlessly incorporated into the Moat House Hotel, which operates today as the Doubletree by Hilton, preserving Wedgwood's legacy right in the middle of the modern retail estate. The festival was tied together by a 2-foot narrow gauge railway. The train's diesel locomotives, designed with a vintage steam outline, were built by Severn Lamb. In this video we will take a look at the site of these stations as well as the train shed and see what remains of them in 2026, almost 40 years to the day they were running. So we'll look at this hidden railway here in Stoke and we'll see what remains of it. This photo from 1986 shows a train which would basically take people around the garden festival in 1986. This was taken by Stephen Craven from geograph.com and it shows you a train passing through the gardens. This was one of the main ways of getting around the gardens during that time. So looking at this map, this is off Gardens, Heritage and Festival site. This is the map of the National Garden Festival Stoke-on-Trent 1986. As you can see, of all the dotted landmarks, there was quite a lot to do in these gardens during that time. However, our focus in this video is the 5 stations along it, which were Greenhouse 2000, Rose Gardens, Festival Halls, Maypole Hill and Festival Market. So this is the first site of the station on the line. This was the site of Greenhouse 2000 station. This was close to the depot where the Festival Parks Railway did run. So you can see nothing remains of the station, now part of Festival Way. So there isn't really much to show you of any of these stations since a lot of them have been replaced by modern roads and of course they're not really retail. You've got industrial, you've got commerce, office, yeah, really just a basic industrial business part really. One of the only real feats along here is Waterworld, which uses the old lakes that were in there as well as Etruria Hall. So this was Greenhouse 2000 station. Let's go and find the others. So this is here roughly the site of the second station on the line, Festival Hall Station. This was located close to the Trent and Mersey Canal, and there's also an old colliery bridge roughly there behind that tree that this roughly lined up with. This is now part of the Festival Way, going all pretty much following the course of the old line, and I'm guessing most of the park here. The most notable structure here is the Stoke Ski Centre, which is up there on that hill. I'm just about to see. And this one was close to the other one we were just at, Greenhouse 2000. I think this one acted more as a loop because the line kind of ran through that bit there near the LA International building and went across towards Greenhouse. So it was definitely a funnily odd laid out track, but still a disused one now, only lasts until 1986. So this was Festival Hall Station. We'll now go on and find the other one, which was next. This was Rose Garden Station, or to give its full name, Prudential Rose Garden Station. Roughly located here near Forge Lane, and literally where LA International and the other station we just at was, which was Festival Halls, over the road. This one acted as almost an interchange for obviously a long gone Rose Garden. I'm assuming it was up here somewhere, the Rose Garden, which is now occupied by the M Club Spa and Fitness Leisure Centre and its car park. I don't think these count as roses. And just to give you some context quickly, where you can just about make out that fence, that's the old railway bridge that crosses roughly into the site of where the festival park was, and there's LA International. So this was the Rose Garden Station, or Prudential Rose Garden Station. It's now starting to rain, so I might have to go back in my van and drive to the next one. We'll find the fourth one now. So this here is roughly the site of Intercity Maypole Hill Station. As we can see, the station has long been demolished, along with like the others. There's nothing here to really remain to show you that the old railway station was here. Well, call it railway station, I mean the old Festival Gardens railway station here. This was close to Etruria Hall, and this pretty much marks the site of where the entrance into the Festival Gardens was, here at the roundabout off Marina Way. Most of it's been redeveloped for commerce, a retail park, some offices, and maybe a few residentials. Could be wrong on that one, but yeah, there's not much to show you here of Inter Maypole Hill Station. So this is the site of the former T.I. Creeder Festival station. This was the fifth and final station on the Stoke-on-Trent Festival Gardens Railway. This is where roughly it would have served like the food halls and everything along here. But this is now part of a trail. The site is roughly occupied now by a big retail park, which includes a Morrison's Garage, Morrison's Superstore, B&M, Top Ones, I think that's, no, Top Carpets, Festival Park, Retail Park, and that. So just like the others, nothing remains of the station or any traces of the railway that came through here, with it now been landscaped into a big garden. So there you have it, guys. That's the whole of the National Garden Festival Railway at Stoke-on-Trent from 1986. Nothing remains, as you can see, of any of the 5 stations. The train shed itself has also been repurposed for industrial. This shows that during the mid-80s that they were trying to bring something back to Stoke after post-industrial decline, with the coal mines closing, collieries starting to basically dwindle in jobs and that, and they were trying to revitalise some old land near Etruria Hall to bring back money into the city and benefit residents, tourism and that. But at the end of 1986 it was all ripped up and built on by Festival Park, which is still busy today. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.